Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the CEO, Mr. Best. We back for episode 6 of the Financial Fashion Talk podcast. And as you guys know, hey man, I'm back without my wingman this time. Couldn't have the CFO on tonight. He had an emergency, so I'm gonna have to do part 1 of this podcast tonight. So man, we're gonna get the ball rolling. I'm actually gonna go Instagram live tonight also. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that set up. Glad to be on here just once again. Ready to have this great talk with you guys. Hey man, let us know how y'all like the podcast logo. We got that done. Excited about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this Instagram live set up also. I wanted to go live from there so we can get into some things, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Financial Fashion Talk podcast. Episode 6, part 1. Glad to be here, man. Missing the CFO tonight. Like I said, he had an emergency. But we're gonna lift him up tonight. But we back for episode 6, part 1. We want to have a good conversation about some things tonight. We might not make an hour tonight, since we're gonna do part 2 when the CFO will be able to be back on with us. Cause he had an emergency, like I said. Let me see if we can get this Instagram live started. Okay, we back. Instagram live. We back. I got the Facebook live going, and I got the live IG going. Okay, we got CFO on the line. You good, CFO, man? I wish you could have been here with me, man. But nevertheless, I'm happy, you know what I'm saying, that you was able to get, everything under control, man. Prayers go up for you and the emergency that you had tonight. So we pray everything go good with you, man. But our topic for tonight, man, is about time. You know what I'm saying? How you spend your time, because time is something valuable that we never get back. So we want to make sure that we spend the time on things that actually matters, things that actually benefit us. Because man, like we said earlier on Empowerment 30 Seconds or Less, like you just never know when it's gonna be your time. We all get the same 24 hours a day, but you just never know, when it's gonna be your last day on this earth. So I put it like this, man. Every day that we live, it should be doing something that's worthwhile, because you never know when your time is up. So you want to be making sure you're doing something with a purpose behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because we tend to, waste our times on things that we feel like is fun, and sometimes we do things that might not benefit us in the future. So we want to get in the habit of spending time doing things, man, that's going to benefit our future years down the line, And another point I want to bring up about delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is a very serious thing. So let's talk about that. And also, I want to open the lines. We still got our segment. That we go and do every podcast called Question Us. So get your questions, get your topics together, because we're going to give you guys a space to talk about, either the topic tonight or any topic that you want to bring up and any question that you want to ask. They got to do with personal development. Excuse me. So we'll spend 5 to 10 minutes talking about some questions and topics that you guys want to talk about. And what's going on, Shalonda? Nice to see you. It's been a long time. But glad to have you on tonight. How you doing? Shalonda Lee? Really, really good to have you. Drake, good to see you. Latoya, Ella Paget, good to see you. Glad people are joining tonight, because we want to talk about the importance of time. Delayed gratification. When you're going something that's worthwhile, sometimes you got to put off things that you would like to do. For instance, if you got a certain place that you want to be, financially, or whatever goal that you have, sometimes you got to make sacrifices. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices and be patient and wait, for you to be able to do certain type of things. Because if you want what you want too early, man, you won't wait for it. You won't put in the work to be able to get what you want. So you got to have that sense of delayed gratification to put off the things that you want right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me slow down. Let me slow down because I want everybody to understand the importance of delayed gratification. That's just like, okay, you may have a goal. You may have a goal to make a certain amount of money. But see, you're not going to be able to reach your goal if you want to go and spend what you have on something that you don't need right now. Okay, if everybody understand about delayed gratification, I want to see some hearts before we go further. Instagram Live, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to Financial Fashion Podcast, Financial Fashion Talk Podcast, episode 6. We're talking about the importance of time. We're talking about delayed gratification. We're talking about making sure that you focus on what's important in your life. What's going on, man? Slick Mo. What's going on, man? I forgot your name, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, man. But yeah, sometimes we gotta put those instant pleasures off. You see what I'm saying? Like, you might want to go buy a pair of shoes today, or you might want to go shopping. But see, that might put you back from reaching your goals probably like 2 extra months. You see what I'm saying? So you got to delay that gratification until you actually reach your goal. And see, that's what it's all about. Focusing in on what's important with your time, man, because like I said, you never know when you're going to clock out. You see what I'm saying? Like, you might clock out tomorrow. Tonight might be your last night living. And you want to make sure you're doing things that you want to make sure you're doing things that's worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? Like your family. You want to make sure you're going all out for your family, your loved ones, your family, and your friends. And see, that's where you got to make sure you're living out your purpose, because a lot of times we live life being real selfish. You see what I'm saying? We live life being real selfish, and we do things for ourselves, and we forget about we're really here to give off what we have to offer for other people. You see what I'm saying? And we tend to like live our life for just us. And see, there's no purpose behind doing everything for you, because look how many people that you're leaving out. You see what I'm saying? We were here to release. We were born to release something to the world. We were born to release something to the world. So if we focus on ourselves, we won't be able to give that. So what I'm saying to you is, every day that you live, make sure it's doing something with a purpose behind it, because you never know, it might be your last day living. Don't never forsake to tell your friends and family, you know, how important they are to you. And not only that, whatever it is that you're doing for a living, you want to make sure you got that drive behind it. Like, make sure your family is a part of your purpose. You see what I'm saying? Stop living for your first name and start living for your last name, because it's not just only you that you're doing the work for. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about your family. Think about your friends. Think about those that's counting on you. That'll make you go out there every day and do things that's worthwhile, man, because you just never know when you're going to clock out. I really can't wait for you guys to interact with us, you know, in this podcast with our segment, Question Us, because this is a very, very important topic, man. Like I said, you only get 24 hours in a day. And see, the thing about these 24 hours is that we all get the same 24. We just got to decide what we're going to do with our 24 hours. Like, what are you doing with your 24? That's a question. I want everybody to, I'm actually going to put that in the comments. Like, what are you doing with your 24? What are you doing with your 24 hours? Because, I mean, that's what you're going to be remembered by. Hey, what you do every day is what you're going to be remembered by. So, I mean, like, when you die, when it's all said and done, man, like, you want to be remembered for something important. You don't want to be somebody that ain't going to be remembered because you ain't did nothing in your lifetime. You feel me? So you want to live every day doing something that's worthwhile, man, because when you die, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody going to remember you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you want to go down as somebody, you know, somebody that did something important. But anyway, man, let's get into some things. I got this Les Brown quote, man. It's a very powerful quote. And I heard it like years ago, you know, when I first got started in personal development. Somebody told me, man, listen to Les Brown. Les Brown got some powerful messages. So I was like, okay, bet. Let me tune in. And one of the messages that Les Brown brought up, man, was this is one of his quotes. Live full and die empty. You see what I'm saying? Live full and die empty. That's a very powerful quote, meaning like when you living, live to the fullness as you can. You know what I'm saying? Like do what's important while you can. Live it up and give out. Give your gift off to the world while you can, because when you die, it's all over. So live full and die empty. Meaning when you die, you wanna be able to say that you gave it all. You know what I'm saying? You wanna be able to say that you did all you were supposed to do when you die. You wanna hear, well done. You know what I'm saying? My good and faithful servant, because you know that you did all the things that you were supposed to do while you were here. So we want to take advantage of the opportunities that we have, man, because tomorrow not promised. Tomorrow not promised. Tomorrow is not promised, man. Like the life in our lungs is given to us as a privilege, you know. So we want to make sure that we are on the right path, man. And a lot of times we go down the wrong path because we can't find ourselves. We don't know what we're here to do. We don't know what our gifts are. And I know we talk about that a lot, man, because it's so important, because we'll spend a lot of time doing things that's not in our gift. We'll spend time doing things that's not in our purpose. And a lot of times we end up wasting time. You look back on life and then you think like, man, I ain't really did. I'm not satisfied. You know, so you want to give yourself that sense of that peace, you know what I'm saying? Because you know you fulfilled something in life. Love people while you have a chance. That's another point that we want to go into before we get into our segment Question Us. And remember, you guys, this is only part one. We're going to do part two with the CFO. He wasn't able to be with us tonight. But nevertheless, we're still gonna talk about what we're here to talk about, and we want to conversate with you guys. We want to interact when we go into our segment in about 8 minutes. When the podcast reaches 20 minutes, we're gonna go into our segment Question Us, and in that segment, we're gonna be able to take either one topic or one question, or two questions or two topics about personal development that you want to talk about. And we will spend 5 to 10 minutes talking about those topics or those questions. So tune in 20, you know, when we reach 20 minutes, we're going to go into that segment. But yes, man, we want to make sure that we do what's important with our time, because you never know when you're going to clock out. So love people while you have a chance. Love people, treat people right. You know what I'm saying? Respect people. Like, man, it's very important on how you treat people, man, because you can be really toned out and be interested in only yourself, man, and you mistreat people. So, man, make sure, man, whenever you get a chance, show love to people. You see what I'm saying? Show love to people. Damn, my mouth dry. Mouth dry, man. But yeah, man, making sure you living full. Live full, man, and die empty, man. So that means empty out all what's in you. Whatever your